everyone. Welcome to day 21. Oh my goodness, can you believe that we're here? I can't. It's been a time warp for me. It felt to me like 21 days was going to be long and it flew by. And I feel a little sadness that it's coming to an end. It has been incredible for me. It's been a long time since I've offered something like this for many reasons. And so it's been just so amazing for me to be able to do this again, step into these conversations and allow the consciousness, the energy, the insights to come through. And as I guess, a founding member, if you will, of joining these 21 days and sticking through it with me, I am going to be doing more of these over the next year. And I would like to extend to you that for the next year, anything I offer in these types of group offerings of journeys, I will include you for free, even if I begin to charge for them. So, as a quote unquote founding member, I am just extending that for the next year as I offer these journeys. Some maybe 5 days, some maybe 21 again. I don't know. I'm just following the guidance as it comes through for me. I would like to extend that for this group only. I will invite you to join me for free for the next year. So just let me know. I'll try to post in here as I'm launching something. I'm planning something end of November. I think maybe the last week. I'm thinking of doing a 5 day, maybe like specifically on breath work for that week. So I'll let you know once that is scheduled so that you can come join if you would like. Let's take a deep breath and center in, inviting you to breathe deep into your belly, rib cage, chest, suspend, and exhale. Deep into your belly, rib cage, chest, suspend. Deep into your belly, rib cage, chest, suspend. And exhale, exhaling every last bit of air out of your lungs. And moving into long, slow, deep breaths in and out. Inviting you to scan your physical body, noticing what your physical body is presenting to you today. If there's any areas that it's calling your attention to, any discomfort or anything that's feeling amazing, just noticing what it's presenting to you, acknowledging it and noticing, telling your body that you're recognizing it, you're acknowledging it, you're thanking it for everything it does for you, and letting it know that you're listening in this moment and just listening in general as you continue to deepen your communication with your body. Becoming aware of your emotional body, all the emotions that you may be feeling in this moment, emotions that you have been feeling today or in the prior days leading up to this call, this audio. What's been presented to you emotionally? Noticing it, observing it. Recognizing that even if you don't know in this moment what it is, there is medicine and intelligence being presented to you through these emotions. Just acknowledging that. Doesn't matter if it's a high emotion, a low emotion, a neutral emotion. There's something being offered to you. Intelligence, medicine, wisdom. Letting your emotional body know that your intention is to allow it to express, allow it to feel, that you'll be more observant, more mindful of any tendencies to create stories of wrongness or rightness around your emotions, to allow your emotions to just be without any stories, without any judgment. Letting your emotions serve you instead of trying to control them or make sense of them. This is how we tap into the wisdom of the body. And noticing your mind, your mental body, your mental capacity, all the brilliant things that your mind does for you, and also the ways that it inhibits you in an effort to protect and control. Recognizing that its design is perfect, and there's an aspect of you that has the will to direct your mind so that it's serving you even greater. Thanking your mind, inviting your mind to align to the thoughts that are of your highest good, that are not fear-based, that are not protection-based, that are evolution-based, enabling your evolution, your growth. Becoming aware of that aspect of you that's been observing these bodies, the physical body, the emotional body, the mental body, becoming aware of that aspect of you. The observer that we're strengthening, becoming the observer so that as you go through life, you're living life and you're observing it. You're extracting the wisdom as you observe, and you step into your power. Continuing to take slow, deep breaths and inviting you to scan your body for that part of you that is the spark of the creative force within you, the spark that nudges you forward, that pulls you into the next chapter, the next evolution, the next level of greatness and magnificence of you. Noticing that spark in your body, wherever it might be, your energetic body. And just noticing how strong it feels in the moment without judgment, without making it mean anything. And seeing if you can turn up the dial a little bit there. It's your creative force. Inviting you to become aware of the unseen realm and the intelligent web of life that is in all the spaces between things. The unseen realm between everything you can see, taste, touch, feel. Imagine that it's this network of golden strands. And there's information, there's communication that's moving along every strand at a fast pace. And there's frequencies. There's frequencies of every quality, every emotional state, every identity that you could ever choose to explore and take on. There's energetic frequencies in this web of life, of wealth, of luxury, of abundance, of love, of harmony, of engagement, of physical well-being, of freedom, of success, of alignment. Any state that you could imagine. exists at an emotional frequency within this intelligent web of life. And you can access it. When you learn how, as we have learned in these 21 days, you can choose to access it. We have been taught in our current paradigm, the current structure that we live in, we've been taught that in order to experience what we desire, the order of events, the sequence of events is do, have, be. Take action, receive the results, and then you'll be in the frequency of what you desire. Work hard, then you'll have the money, then you'll be wealthy. Go on dates, then you'll have the mates, and then you'll be in love. Work out hard, you'll have the results of getting stronger and leaner, and then you'll be happy in your body. When actually, that's not the true order in this body of work, which is not my body of work. It's my take on it. The order is be, do, have. Be wealthy, take aligned action, and then you'll have the money. Be physically thriving, take aligned action, and then you'll have the perfect body that you desire. And this is tough for our brain. Our brain doesn't get it, so it's like, I don't get it. I remember learning this and really having a tough time to get my head around it. And so I will repeat to you what I shared in one of the last 2 audios about how everything you need is in your life right now. It's like you're standing in the circle and there's doors all around you, and you can choose which door you open by leaning into what is available to you in your life right now. How do I be wealthy if I don't have enough money? This is something, as I've shared, I've done a lot of work on money, and I'm at a very, very comfortable financial place now. And when I started to play with this, I at first dismissed it as it relates to money. And I have another example regarding my physical body too that I'll share. But as it relates to money, I used to resist this idea because I was making money, but I was always in overdraft. So this was, over a decade ago, but I was always in overdraft. I was not making enough to support the lifestyle that I had, which was not extravagant, but it was a lifestyle that I was comfortable with, but I wasn't making enough to support it. So I was always in overdraft. The money would come in, it would go out. The money would come in, it would go out. And so I would think to myself, well, I can't be wealthy. I can't be abundant because as soon as the money comes in, it goes out. So I dismissed it. But I kept wanting to play with money, and this nugget of wisdom kept coming up for me. So I said, okay, let me explore this. Let me contemplate it, which is what I'm inviting you to do always, is the contemplation. You don't take what I'm saying for fact or what anyone else says for fact. You contemplate it and find your own truth with it. And finally, I realized, well, you know what? I do have money coming in, so that I can focus on that. Even if it goes out immediately, let me focus on the money coming in. So that's what I did. I started to feel grateful and appreciation for the money that was coming in, because it could have been nothing coming in. So you have in your life, it's easy to dismiss it because your mind is telling you it's not what you want, you don't have enough, it's not there. It's easy to dismiss it. But you do have in your life opportunities where you can open the door. And the more you open the door, you start walking down that hallway of wealth, of success, of romance, whatever you choose, of freedom. The more you open the door, the further you walk down the hallway, the more depth you will have. You become wealthy by appreciating, by noticing, by acknowledging, by nurturing what you do have. Now you're an embodiment of wealth. And the other aspect to it, which I've shared in prior audios, and I'll remind you again here, is also having the capacity to navigate the highs and the lows. So it's also it's nurturing and leaning into what's in front of you, what's available for you to be wealth. And also when you're going into overdraft or when there's an unexpected expense that comes on your lap, instead of telling the story of the wrongness of it, you tap into your emotional intelligence, you regulate your nervous system, and you move through the challenge, the low, as a wealthy person would. I'll give another example. I have a lot in a lot of areas, in work and relationships, and I've got so many examples, but let me go to physical body. My whole life, I struggled with extra weight. I shouldn't say my whole life. My whole adult life, I struggled with extra weight, and it wasn't like a ton, but it was enough that it bothered me every single day. I thought about it every single day. I was, often around 10 pounds heavier than I would want to be. And I know if someone's struggling with more weight, that's, it might not seem like a lot, but it felt like a lot to me. I could feel the rolls on my stomach over my, my pants. It was something that really bothered me. And I did everything. I did all the workouts. I did running. I did everything. I did all of the, low carb, no carb, the keto. And I didn't see much results. And then after I had my daughter and I gained 40 pounds, and then I dropped, half of that. Well, half of that after I gave birth, and then the rest stuck. And because it was more than I'd ever had, I was like, okay, I really need to do something about this. And I realized, I did all my workouts. I went and did all the dieting and all of that. I'd lose a pound here or there, but it wasn't substantial enough. And then I realized that I wasn't yet applying this work to my physical body. And so I was not feeling the body that I wanted to have. So I took on the task and I started to every day imagine my body being thin and being fit. It was through imagination. And when I first would start to do it, I wouldn't even be able to imagine my body being the way it would want to be, because I'd kind of see, a flat stomach, and then my mind would automatically go into seeing what was actually there. But I did it as often as I could every day. I tapped into that energy. I tapped into the energetic creation of my body. And I ended up becoming friends with a nutritional doctor, and she ended up giving me the right framework to follow, and I followed it, and all of the weight dropped off. So 4 months after giving birth, I was smaller than I ever had been, and I've stayed that way for the last 8 years. It wasn't the exercising that helped me. The exercising helped a little bit. It wasn't the dieting that helped me. It was that I got into that energetic state first. Then I was presented with something that was a match with it. Then I took the action of following through on what was presented to me. And then the weight dropped off. So it's be, do, have. Be the identity. Be the energetic frequency. Take the aligned action. Whatever life presents to you, use discernment, tune into it, check into it. When it's aligned, take the aligned action, and then you will have what it is that you desire. I'm going to leave you with that as our final piece of this puzzle of returning back to your power, a return back to your magic, a return back to your ability to create the life that you desire. It's returning back to the abilities that you have to use the clay of life to build the statue that you desire, to use the blank canvas of your life to create the painting that you desire to paint. You have everything you need in your life right now. And every desire, whether it's something that's painful, that you're looking for release or healing on, whether it's confusion that you're looking for clarity on, or whether it's a deep desire to create or experience something where you're looking for that sacred blueprint to be unleashed. Whatever it is in any of those forms is an invitation for you to become the person. And in the becoming, you receive. I'm so grateful to you, more than you know, more than I've expressed. I hold you in my energy. I hold you in my consciousness. I would love to hear from you. It would mean a lot to me, even to just say hi. You've made it all the way through. Any feedback you have for me would be really, really appreciated. We have the 2 offers that are still on the table. If you're interested, you can let me know. And I'm going to be in touch with any upcoming offers that I have and would love to extend the free offer to you for the next year, regardless of any price point that I put on any of these journeys. So much love to you.